guys, it's Leo. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal for the month of December. I cannot believe that 2020 is less than a month, almost less than a month away. That is so crazy to me. But another month means another bullet journal setup. So here we go. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below, and also turn on the post notifications so you get notified every time I post a video. And with that, let's get planning.
Alright, so for December's theme, I've actually had this theme picked out for a pretty long time now. And every year on Christmas Eve, my family makes Christmas cookies. And that's probably one of my favorite holiday traditions we have. And so I decided for this December theme to do Christmas cookies. And I really like this color palette and theme. It's pretty simple. It doesn't also have to be very precise because Christmas cookies are not always perfectly shaped or anything like that. And so it was a really fun one to draw and create. And so the first thing I did was just sketch out shapes of different Christmas cookies that we always have and some other ones that I think are important. And then some piping bags so you can tell that they are cookies and that we're putting frosting on them. So some shapes that I have are the bell, the tree, the star, angel, candy cane, snowman, everything like that. And for the font, I decided to do a thicker, bold font, kind of like how if you were piping on icing onto a cookie, that's kind of the size of the letter. And that is one of the fonts that I decided to choose. It's pretty easy to draw to. And then for all of the cookies, I did the first outline, and then the second outline is where the icing will go inside of, because I wanted it to look like there was cookie around the icing, just so it didn't look super sparse, exactly like that. So you'll see for my color palette, I have a color for the cookie, which is kind of a brownish tan color. It's a Tombow dual brush pen, and then for the rest of the colors, they are Crayola Super Tips. And overall, I used a wide color palette. There is pretty much all the colors of the rainbow, and they're pretty brighter, saturated colors because that's normally what colors we dye our icing, and I thought that it just really added to the Christmas cookie look. So as you can see, I have the tree, I'm coloring it in green. I have the bell, I'll color that in, I think pink, and then just the other ones. This cookie on top is a little bit different because I realized that I had lights, but I didn't have a color to do the lights in, so I just decided to do gold. There's no other gold in this theme, but that's okay. And yeah, so just have fun with this theme. It's super easy to customize, especially with the different shapes. You could also use cookie cutters and actually draw on the inside of them to get a precise shape if you wanted one, because I know that there are a ton of different cookie cutters out there that would work for that. What I also like about this theme is you don't have to be super precise with your coloring too. I tried to stay inside of the lines as much as possible, but that is okay if it's a little bit messy because it's a Christmas cookie, and I know normally Christmas cookies are not that put together. And so I really liked how this gave me a little bit more creative freedom to be a little bit more messy, if that makes sense. And it was really fun to just doodle all of these cookies. They're super easy to doodle, and you can do whatever shapes you want. The thing that I used the most to help me was just remembering that cookies are not going to be sharp edges. They're going to have rounded edges, and the icing is going to be all different colors, and you can kind of just play around with the different colors. There are some colors that would traditionally go for certain cookies, but sometimes I changed that up, like having different color stars or angels where originally they would be specific colors. So anyway, just be mindful of that. It's not very hard to make a mistake because it's a cookie and you make mistakes on cookies. So the final thing I'm doing for this cover page is just coloring in all the cookie color part. I realized that I didn't really want a ton of color for the December logo. It just made it look a little bit more cluttered. So that's why I decided to just keep it simple. On to the quote page. The quote for this month is "Life is short, eat the cookies." It was just kind of a quote that I thought was funny. And around the holidays, we all eat things and we're like, ooh, cookies. That's really good. But I've already had a ton of sweets. So just eat the cookies, people. Cookies are delicious. And so, again, I just did some different shapes, a few different ones than the cover page, like the angel and the star. And then the piping bags as well. The piping bags just gave it a little bit more of a more cookie vibe, in my opinion. I just feel like it made more sense to have piping bags there because you wouldn't really see if it was a cookie if it was just Christmassy shapes. I wanted there to be making sure people knew that it was a cookie and that there was also the icing bags around. So they have, they're really easy to draw. You just do a oval shape with a tip coming out and then you can have different size, like, tips with the ending to make it look like they're actually different sized bags and everything, which makes it super fun. And you can, of course, color them different colors, which is great. So, yeah, this is the quote page. I also colored the eat in with the cookie color, just to also kind of match the December on the other side. And I really, really like this quote page. On to the calendar. This probably is my favorite spread of this month. I don't really know why. I just really like how it ended up looking in the end. The first thing I'm doing is just numbering up and down. I'm doing another vertical calendar this year. And, I mean, not this year, this month. Because it really worked well for me last month. And I really think that for December, since even though it's the holidays, I'm not having a ton of plans, mostly because of COVID, which everybody should be staying safe, so hope you guys are. And just doing little minimal decorations, little mini cookies on the top. We also do these around the holidays, so I thought that it would fit. Again, with the December, and then I wrote 2020 at the bottom in the bigger, blockier bubble letter font that I decided to do. And had a little piping bag at the bottom just to add a little bit more, and then colored in the letters and cookies with the tan, and then I actually ended up doing different colors for the letters on this one. I finished off this spread with adding a little border and coloring in the calendar with the cookie color. And I'm not doing a habit or mood tracker this month. Next week's video, this coming Sunday, is going to be some holiday spreads that I'm doing in place of everything. And I'm really excited for that video, so definitely subscribe so that you can see those. So I'm just going to move on to the weekly spread. I'm doing a very not simple layout, but a layout that's been working for me a lot recently, with having school on one side and my other stuff on the other side, so life and appointments and all that jazz. So I really like separating it because it just gives me a place to put both. And I also like how there are bigger boxes to put all of my school stuff, because normally during this time before break, like holiday break, I would call it, the homework load and everything gets pretty big. So I wanted to make sure that I gave myself enough space to have for all that. And I'm just on top drawing the life and school headers and then coloring in them in with the colors that I use for the cookies, the icing colors. And then for the life side, I just added a events bar, my mood tracker, and habit tracker because I'm doing them weekly this month. I don't know why I keep saying this month in December. And then on top, I have also personal tasks. And then on the school side, I just have big boxes to write all of my assignments in. So I also added a gray drop shadow to all the boxes on the school side, and then also the mood and habit tracker. You'll see that later. And it's a pretty simple spread. I just finished it off with some Christmas cookies because that is the theme for this month. And I really like this spread. It's pretty simple and easy to doodle and have fun with, but it really comes together nicely, and I really like how it turned out. This is the final flip through of December. I really like how it turned out. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you recreate this theme, make sure to tag me on Instagram at Bujo by Leah, and I'll see you in the next video.